Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for the segment, we have Christin Hertzberg, Head of Sustainability at Annehem Fastigheter. She joins me to discuss why it's essential for companies to present green business strategies and how corporations can significantly contribute to building a more sustainable world. Christin, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you very much, Jill. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, you got it. And congratulations on your second anniversary holding the Nasdaq Green Equity designation. Can you explain why your company finds it essential to present its green business strategy to different stakeholders?
First of all, it's an essential part of our strategy and our vision. We want to be the most sustainable property company in the Nordics. So it's already part of everything that we do. But then we also always look at all the different stakeholders that we have, and what needs they have and how they understand sustainability, because it's not always the same. So, for instance, if I give you some examples, if we look at our tenants, how do we produce the most efficient and sustainable buildings for them so that they can save money and be more sustainable in their line? How do we collaborate with our suppliers? How do we get the more sustainable products that we need to do conversions and so on? But also, if we look at our employees, how do we look after their welfare and how they thrive at work? And of course, last but not least, how do we talk to our shareholders and investors? How do we ensure that they understand and that we create value and value add for them? And when we talk about and with our shareholders, obviously ratings and verifications like the Nasdaq Green Equity designation is really important because it's more of an external verification of what we already do.
The property sector plays a crucial role in contributing to a more sustainable society. What are the most important challenges you and your sector colleagues meet today, and how can corporations significantly contribute to building a more sustainable world?
I think an important challenge, and it's probably talked a little bit too little about, is how do you reach both growth or being profitable and being sustainable at the same time? Because we all need to reach our financial and our sustainability goals. Also, when we look, what is important to everyone is to look at the right questions. What moves the needle? Where do we have the biggest impact or the biggest carbon footprint? So that we focus on the right essential areas and topics. And also, obviously, collaboration. Nobody stands alone with sustainability and the questions and the issues that we're facing. So how do we collaborate across the sector and with our peers and suppliers to reach our common goals and targets? It's not as if we're competing against each other when it comes to sustainability. We want to reach the same goals.
Annehem manages and develops a sustainable modern property portfolio in attractive Nordic growth areas. Can you elaborate on your business model and how the company advances sustainable development?
Business model is quite simple. Our business is built on the acquisition and then the management of those assets that we own. But obviously, it has a strong focus on value add property management. And because we're a young company, obviously, we have a strong focus on growth. But with that said, in every stage of what we do, we focus on sustainability. It's working smart and sustainable on both value add and cost saving. And people often forget cost saving when it comes to sustainable as well. That already contributes to the bottom line very often. But when we look at more sustainable development going ahead, obviously, it's a mix of things that we do. We want to invest, we want to certify our buildings, we need to adapt and align to climate change, and of course, looking into different ways of working with energy consumption or reduction, and also generating energy like solar panels and so on and so forth. So it's a mixed pot that you have there, but also that, obviously, again, going back to we need to collaborate with our stakeholders and the businesses and other companies that we work together with, because they also need to provide the solutions that we're looking for.
And finally, Annehem aspires to be the most sustainable real estate company in the Nordics. Can you elaborate on what Annehem has achieved in your green transition so far and the journey ahead?
We're still a young company, but we're still proud of what we've achieved. So I think as a head of sustainability, I am extremely proud of the fact that we have an integrated sustainability strategy. And we have dedicated and educated colleagues who drive the sustainability work every day, because sustainability is done in the business, not just from the top down or by me. We've also reduced our scope 1 and 2 emissions by 80% since the baseline year of 2021, which we're very proud of. And of course, we're very proud that we were amongst the first companies that received the Nasdaq Green Equity designation almost, 2 years ago. We're embarking on a third year this year. But also going forward, I think it may sound very easy and simple, but we want to stay true to our strategy and work towards our goals. Of course, we're monitoring scientific and technical developments that may help us to progress and succeed. But that's the difficulty. We don't know what's going to happen by 2030 or 2040. So stay true to what we're doing and progressing steadily.
Okay, Christin, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you very much. Bye.